Let me take you on a little trip today. And this is the kind of trip where we're not just not needing any luggage, but we're also leaving all the baggage behind. But before we go anywhere, let's agree on one thing. I know you have been thinking all day, solving, responding, planning, and holding things together essentially. But right now, there is nothing to solve. There is no need to be better, calmer, or more productive. We're stepping out of that pressure chamber for a while together. You are here. You're just listening, and that's enough to begin. After a while, hopefully, you're going to open up a bit more as we clear your head space. So imagine this episode as a door you quietly close behind you. And on the other side of that door, messages, tasks, expectations, timelines, but you're closing that for now. You can come back to it later. They will wait, trust me. So for now, get ready. Maybe step into your most comfortable clothes if that helps you to set up right for this. If you're listening to it in the evening, this is the perfect wind down episode. So get very comfortable. Close your eyes and allow my voice to guide you on this journey. As you begin listening, allow this moment to feel like a gentle transition. You are moving out of a day shaped by speed, responsibility, decisions, expectations, and into a space where your mind has room to wander. This time belongs to imagination and to curiosity and to the quiet pleasure of traveling inward while traveling somewhere far away. So, as you're standing somewhere outside, somewhere open and calm, as the day slowly leans into evening, the air feels steady, and the sky carries that soft in-between light where colors stretch and blur into one another. And above you, the moon appears clear and present, holding its place in the sky so easily. And tonight, your relationship with the moon may change. You're preparing to visit it. Nearby, you can see a small spacecraft that is waiting for you. That is not because it says your name, but its shape feels practical and inviting, designed with care rather than spectacle, and the kind of place that inspires trust simply by being functional and well thought through. You walk toward it in a pace that feels so natural. You're not thinking about moving. Your legs move by itself almost. Noticing how your body moves differently when nothing else is urging you forward. When this is so natural, as though You were meant to walk this way. Inside, the seat adjusts smoothly to you, as if it already understands what you need. And there you are, settling in, feeling supported, grounded, and surprisingly relaxed. The quiet hum of the craft fills the space, steady and reassuring. And as the engine comes to life, the sound feels less like force and more like true intention. This journey relies on mere direction, no urgency. Slowly, as the aircraft lifts, you feel a gradual shift, a smooth separation from the ground that once held all your weight and all your worries. The world below begins to widen, and with distance, slowly there's new perspective. The cities below you soften into patterns. The roads form into lines. And the details that once demanded your attention, all the input, all the information, they begin to release their grip on your thoughts, on your focus. With every moment as the spacecraft ascends, your thoughts begin to find more space. The mental noise of the day, it gives way to a quieter rhythm, one that allows ideas to drift. Pressure becomes less and less, and the mind begins to sense freedom again. And with that freedom, creativity sparks. After a while, you also see how gravity eases. Your body responds with a feeling of lightness. The kind of lightness that feels calm and still steady. You can feel yourself breathing more freely, more deeply. Outside of the window, the space opens into all directions, expansive and alive. Stars that feel less like a distant dream and more like flowers that surround you on the open field. Endless possibilities. Time stretches here. There is no rush. For the first time in so long, it feels easy to allow everything to slow down. It feels easy to do nothing. Wherever there was fear of the quiet and stillness before, all you feel now is the space, the lightness, the ease, and the freedom that comes with the quiet space that expands more and more around you. There is no fear, because you are coming back to your natural rhythm here. Your thoughts begin to move differently. Perhaps there are some old interests that come back to the surface. Some ideas that you have placed on hold in the past. And they come back now as you witness and you watch with creativity. You remember what it feels like to wander, to explore, to dream without immediately turning that dream into a task, wanting to react on it or put it on hold, because your capacity does not have enough space to take care of it. It's either go for it or pause it. But here, you allow yourself to simply explore, to discover, to observe. Now, I promised you we're going to explore the moon today. So after a while, the moon grows closer and bigger in its shape. The surface texture becomes more real and it shapes by time. An uneven, imperfect surface. There is something grounding about approaching it. Can you feel that? Slowly and steadily, the spacecraft descends and lands on the moon with a quiet boom. And you step outside. The ground beneath you feels unfamiliar and still safe. The same way your feet carried you toward the spacecraft on the Earth, they are now helping you to step out of the spacecraft with that little excitement that is still grounded but exhilarating at the same time, driven by curiosity, driven by that explorer in you. The first thing you notice is that life moves slower here, in a different quality, in a different pace, more deliberate, as if every step has more space around it. And you experiment with that movement, noticing how your body naturally adapts, how your effort turns into play when the conditions change. This is how creativity often behaves when given a new environment. It stretches, it experiments, it responds. And here, you've got all the space to do exactly that, to explore yourself in a new environment. Secondly, you notice that you're not wasting a thought about anything related to fear, like being the only one on the moon, like being in an environment where you have never been before, and what usually frightens you just seems full of opportunities here, seems full of life, and you recognize your life within it. Your routines, your ambitions, your challenges, all held within a much larger picture as you turn and look back towards the Earth from the moon. This view suddenly brings you so much clarity. Everything that matters, it still remains meaningful, and everything gains context. As you walk across the moon's surface, your curiosity leads the way. Because there is no destination to reach, there only is exploration unfolding moment by moment, each step of the way. And you're moving not to get somewhere, but to keep exploring. What else feels possible when the space around you expands? What ideas want room to breathe? What parts of you enjoy creating simply because it feels good? And so for a while, all you're focusing on are the steps that you take on the moon, the air that you are breathing here, with the earth that you can still see in the very, very far distance. Slow movement, breath, and space. And then eventually you come to rest, sitting comfortably in the quiet around you. And the silence here feels so supportive, like a wide container that holds everything without asking for any explanation. And in this stillness, you reconnect with a simple truth: that your creativity grows from joy, from presence, from these moments where your life feels so spacious. It thrives when the mind gets to roam, when your imagination gets to travel freely, when there's no pressure, and when curiosity starts leading the way. You allow this feeling to settle deeply within you, knowing it belongs to you, and it travels with you wherever you go. Now, when it feels complete, you make your way back to the spacecraft, carrying nothing physical, but feeling full in a way that doesn't need any evidence. The journey back begins smoothly, and slowly the earth grows closer. Familiarity returns, this time with a sense of ease. And you re-enter the space of the earth. It brings movement, warmth, momentum. And you notice how grounded you feel within this. The world welcomes you back. And as you step once more into your life, something essential has shifted. And you pause here to notice exactly that. Notice what has shifted for you. And then moving forward with a wider lens, carrying that calm expansion of your journey into all the ordinary moments, while living with more inner space the creativity remains accessible to you, and the imagination stays alive. Pressure feels less central. This journey reminds you that space exists within you. It's available to you whenever you choose to step into it. You know how to travel there. You know how to return. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. And thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you for trusting yourself enough to gain a new perspective, to make space for yourself, for your own creativity, for your curiosity, to stay a lifelong learner. I send you all my love and light, and I hope that you're going to continue the journey without me, to stay focused on your vision, on your dreams, to keep going despite any doubt. And whenever you're ready to go on another journey with me, I will be waiting here for you, trusting that your feet will bring you here just naturally. One more thing before you head off. If you have any questions or you would like to get in touch, learn more and grow more, check out my website whoiam-official.com or send me a message at healwithjackie. You can find me on Instagram. I would absolutely love to get to know you and work with you. So, see you there.